Hey you guys, it's me SpongeBob number 1 fan 2003 here, and as you can see I'm here with the SpongeBob SquarePants Attack of the Zombies book. And you all know that today it is Halloween, and yeah, I actually feel like reviewing this book right here as like a bonus review, since it is, I guess, a Halloween sort of theme book. Like, it is called Attack of the Zombies, so I feel like this book will be perfect to review for today. So as you can see on the front cover, there's SpongeBob and Patrick like running from all of these zombies right here, and yeah, SpongeBob's like holding Gary in his arms. Yeah, he's like holding him in like a funny kind of way, since Gary is like crazy and he's sick with mad snail disease, or mad snail disease. Yeah, it's not even a real illness at all. So yeah, and yeah, Gary looks really crazy, and yeah, Squidward and all those fish right there are zombies. You can tell because of the way they're walking, and they have like bloodshot eyes. And there's literally some arms right here, and I think that's really funny. Like, there's 2 arms right there. And this actually is a ready-to-read level 2 book, you can tell because right here, and this is actually sort of, I guess, a newer one, because you can tell there's SpongeBob and there's level 2 and ready to read in this really cool looking font. Okay, and here is the spine really quick. And here is the back. So yeah, right here is a description, and there are some other levels here. And yeah, right here. And right here is like some like reading with the stars thing, which I actually kind of like that. That's actually really cool. And this book was adapted by Alex Harvey and illustrated by Harry Moore. Okay. And obviously this book is made by Simon Spotlight. Alright, so let's get started with looking at the pages that are in this book. Okay, so right here is like some information about all of the levels and stuff. And here is Attack of the Zombies. And there's SpongeBob holding Gary. And yeah, there's Alex Harvey right there, and this is obviously based on the episode called Once Bitten. I nearly forgot about that. And yeah, it was written by Casey Alexander, Chris Mitchell, and Stephen Banks, and obviously this book is illustrated by Harry Moore. Okay, and this book was actually made in the year 2011. So yeah, it's actually really cool. So Squidward is actually really annoyed with Gary the snail, because he like keeps on like leaving a snail trail, like a slimy snail trail right there. And yeah, Squidward actually hammers in a bunch of like wooden thingies to like build a fence to keep Gary out. So look at how funny Gary looks. And then suddenly as Squidward is like complaining about Gary suddenly literally bites Squidward in the butt. Ouch. So yeah, SpongeBob is actually very upset with Gary for doing that, and Squidward asks SpongeBob if Gary has had all of his shots, like for rabies and snailpox, soft shell dance, bagitis, and lumping bump trip. And yeah, SpongeBob says that he has been vaccinated for all that. And yeah, Patrick asks SpongeBob if Gary was vaccinated by mad snail disease, and SpongeBob says no. So yeah, and Patrick looks at Squidward and he sees like some red marks on Squidward's hand. I mean, that's from the bump. Oh wait, no, sorry, I nearly forgot. Squidward got bitten on the butt. So I guess a rash starts up, and Squidward is very scared. And yeah, Patrick asks Squidward if he has any symptoms, like a sore throat, which he does, a loss of balance, and he does have that, and he has really unclipped toenails. And Patrick says that the snail bite will turn Squidward into a zombie, so Squidward starts to go crazy. And yeah, Patrick says that SpongeBob needs to get Gary to a doctor, but unfortunately, Gary is gone now. And Patrick starts to tell everyone about Gary and the mad snail disease. And a couple actually sees Gary and they pet him, but not Squidward, then Gary bites the guy's hand. So, yeah, everyone has gotten bitten by the snail, and, Perch Perkins sort of interviews Squidward, and, yeah, apparently, like, the disease is actually spreading through the air, so everyone is, like, screaming and screaming and screaming, and there's SpongeBob looking for Gary, and he says that he can't believe that a sweet and slimy snail like him would cause all this. And, yeah, Squidward is about ready to eat SpongeBob there. Oh my gosh, look at their eyes. So SpongeBob is really super scared. And he runs away and stuff. Look at SpongeBob there. So he, like, tries to get away from the zombies, and he, makes it to the Krusty Krab. And he, really wants Mr. Krabs to let him in. And Mr. Krabs actually unlocks the doors. Look at how funny he is. He can't even tell them that they're zombies. Look at that. Mr. Krabs looks like as if it's just a normal day. So, yeah, he lets in SpongeBob, and he lets in everyone else. And, oh my gosh. And then SpongeBob sees Gary, and, yeah, SpongeBob's very happy to see him, and he goes to pet him, but then Gary bites SpongeBob. And SpongeBob is very upset at Gary. He says, "How could you?" And then everyone says that they have to get rid of Gary, and they have to, like, get Gary locked up, and they're going to maybe, like, you know. So, yeah, look at SpongeBob. His arms are, like, shaking. Looks like that one was the one that got bitten. And, oh, poor Gary. And everyone's, like, throwing, like, a big riot, and then the doctor comes. And he, explains to everyone that mad snail disease is not even real. And the guy shows the doctor his untrimmed toenails. And, yeah, Dr. Gill said that, it's just something normal. And, yeah, SpongeBob asks the doctor why did Gary bite everyone, including him. And apparently, Gary actually has a splinter, as you can see right there. And, the doctor pulls out the splinter. Look at how big that splinter is. Holy cow! So, yeah, and fortunately, Gary is now feeling all better, because the splinter was the thing that was making him angry. So, and SpongeBob's very happy that he has his snail back. And, Squidward still thinks that he's a zombie, so he just, like, he actually, like, I don't know, he like, pretends to be a zombie still, and yeah. So that's actually really funny. Yeah, I remember everyone was, like, annoyed with Squidward at that time. Alright. So it's actually pretty much all for Attack of the Zombies. I really super love this funny book. Yeah, this is based on Once Bitten. And yeah, it's actually really funny. I really love the part where Dr. Gill pulls out Gary's splinter, and everything is back to normal and stuff. So yeah, and if the comments are sorry, if the comments are open, let me know what your favorite part of this book was in the comments down below if they're open. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. So goodbye everybody, have a great day, and peace out. And happy Halloween once again!